And then I'm going to repeat again. Welcome everyone for being here. We are here live in my office, and also we have everybody online. So what we're going to do tonight is channel my higher self, which is Archangel Metatron. And when I say that we will channel Archangel Metatron, I'm saying that that is the highest part of my soul, which means you also may be grounding energy here of a higher spirit. So that would open your mind up. It's not to say, oh, look at me. This is my higher self. This is, you know what? It's the possibility that your higher selves are also elevated. And you could be grounding that energy here as part of your light work. Just being open. I have this releasing attachments prayer. And this is only because many of you have past lives with one another. And if you were to run into each other for the first time in this lifetime, you may reinstate some old vow or contract. So in just reading this prayer, it should disconnect any connections you would have to anybody either listening to this in the future or anybody in this room you may have a past life with that could interfere with how you receive your upgrade energy tonight. So I will read it. I choose to allow love to replace any unresolved energy from other lifetimes or places of existence with other people or energy that is no longer in my highest good to hold. I ask God, Creator Source, to bless my path in all directions of time and space so that I may be free of anything keeping me from being free. And so it is. And if you wish to have the lights off in the back, we're good with that too. It's up to you, however you're comfortable. There is water over there. You will not end up on the screen if you choose to walk over there. Okay, so I am going to allow the energy in. Just allow yourselves to receive. Anything that doesn't feel correct for you, just close to that part. So if there's a concept that is talked about and it causes you any harm or stress, mentally it's bothering you, just shut yourself from receiving that part. Not everything that we talk about this evening will be connected to all of you. It's very individual. There will be time for questions also. And we have 2 hours this time, so we can even talk after. You can talk about channeling or whatever you'd like to. So, does anybody have any questions before we begin? Anybody uncomfortable with the energy of this place right now? Okay. In the surge of energy you feel, that almost like it's so powerful and it makes you feel a little nervous, that's normal. And you may get waves of that during this evening. Just breathe them out. It's normal. It's going to help pick you up. The goal of this session is for you to connect with your own higher source truth, to be able to believe that the answers that you're receiving are real, honest, and true to who you are as a soul. To remove any barriers you may have in your heart, in your soul, your divine channel, your connection to all that is. Allow yourself to lift up higher than this room. Allow yourself to lift much higher than you have ever lifted before. That power you hold in your solar plexus, in your midsection, the yellow gold, allow that to expand. As you breathe in, the truth of your existence will come to your mindset. Allow it to come in. Do not edit it. Do not question it. Just allow who you are. Why are you here? Allow it in. Oh, I am here too. You are the most beautiful, kind children. Every cell in your body, beautiful, divine. There is no reason for you to leave your existence with shame or guilt. You are much more beautiful than this. We allow this to lift. You do not get to hold on to it. Why would you dirty your soul? Do you remember the meeting you had before this lifetime? We take you to that place of your meeting. Do you see your own chamber room, your own meeting room? Go in and sit down and remember what you agreed to. I speak to you directly. You will feel if I'm speaking directly to you. When you came into this life, it was not a mistake. It is the intended plan. The longer you believe it was a mistake, I know you hear me. I hear you responding back to me. I say to you, not a mistake. Accept it or not, but it is your destiny. You ask me to define what truth is. They're actually having me come through for me to explain what they're doing. So there's questions that you're asking. They hear the question. They're answering with the transmission of what the actual truth is, and each person receives it. And when each person receives it, it gets put into words that they understand, a feeling that they can understand. So there aren't always words. On the other sessions, I walked around, but thank you. They said I wasn't in the screen, so I'm back here now. So when there's no speaking, there's just transmission of energy. Were you able to feel it? Okay, did you actually get your own words or thoughts on it? Or no? Okay. And every idea of what you thought these beings are, be open that it could be different. That it could be completely different than every book that you've read. They're really not here to talk about themselves. They're actually here for you. And with that, you're not going to hear a whole lot of I and all this. Like I think some of you expect them to say, you know, I and me and all this, but it's not like that. They're here. And if anybody has questions on online, just type them. I may not always see them, but is the audio okay for everyone? Okay, so we're going to continue on as long as there are no questions so far. Now you could sense the two beings. There's like one here and one here. That's the thing I could tell, the one here and one here. Which one was this? Over here? Really? They're kind of reversed. No, that's okay. That's okay. But I've never channeled the one before, but I have. It's part of my healing sessions. It's a voice I'm familiar with, so. Okay, so we're going back in. We're doing this as long as everyone is comfortable. Today is only one aspect of your truth. Your divine mission one day. In the aspect of your higher guidance, one day is 1 second. There will be 3 transmissions of light. Recently, you have been inundated with different extraterrestrial type energies. They have come from an area. If you projected out to Mars and kept going out, that would be the direction where it is coming from. It's much too far away. Most likely, you see nothing of this in the next few lifetimes. But the transmissions are jamming your signals. You are receiving information in hidden messages on computers. There are times when you may be reading a book. You may have hidden agendas received by your own being. The first transmission will clear all of these energies. There is no harm in researching about extraterrestrials. There are many kinds, many agendas. You have your own planned divine mission. We have to keep you in line with that divine mission. So at this time, transmission will be felt in your feet. And it will clear a pathway that goes all the way up to where your soul is connected to your human body, and will connect back up to where you came from. This will cover all the directions of time and space necessary to delete these requests that you have received from other places. So allow yourself to sit in this energy. It will be quiet for a few moments. You're now removing a false program of hidden fears. So if you fear at this moment, it's being removed at this time. This is part of the extraterrestrial program you may have received. One being curious, one listening, one growing. It is not detrimental, just a nuisance. Those of you that have 3 crown chakras, you will be aware of them now. In this world of order, everyone is assigned 1 per order, but you actually have 3. Allow yourself to see your truth. Where are these 3? Where are your 3? If you are grounding the energy of the Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, that will be located in the center crown chakra. Many of you have different assignments, and you may have a different center crown chakra. The other 2 are connected to your ability to receive information. You call psychic information, divine guidance. All of that is located in the other 2 crown chakra. We call this your connection to your light body. And your second transmission is to activate the newest bodies. If you focus on your emotional independence, will strengthen this body. They say someone has a question in the front row. Is it you, Jay? I'm going to go in and I'm going to ask. Which one do you wish to hear about first? It feels like you're receiving it through transmission. And they say that sometimes your research, it limits you. And just being open to divine source the way you receive it. And paying too much attention to this book, that book. And just finding your own truth on how to connect with, ascended masters, saints, all that. And they would like me to explain how I can come out and in of channeling. You're still receiving the light body transmission. I can feel those of you that still are finishing up. But my vibration is in a place where I can come in and out of a deep channeling. I can, but I may not remember later. So it's a good thing we're recording this time because I never get to hear it. So this time I'm going to get to listen. And when I tune in, and I really go in like Metatron right now, they really do not have ego. So when they're asked about specific things about themselves, it's all about helping you find and develop your own truth. There are so many things that our own human mind doesn't understand, and they help us to almost stretch, a really healthy stretch to be able to hear them clearly. For instance, during one of my client sessions last week, the idea that extraterrestrials were here at the time of the pyramids was confirmed to me, and many people believe that that is how it is, and some people don't. But I had to find my own truth. And for me to hear that truth, it had to go against everything that I already believed in. So when these two come in, they allow you just to stretch your mind. Let's just make it bigger. Let's be able to receive something that isn't in a book, something that's connected to you and who you are, making it real for you. We can read a book all day, but does it resonate in your soul? Does it resonate in your light body? And they say to me, you're afraid to speak your own truth. And I said, well, I don't want to overshadow you. And they said, we're all together in this. Can you imagine the day when you hear who your higher self is? Because the kind of things you're going to say to yourself, well, why me? Why am I that? Why am I having a normal life? They want me to share. And also, why did you have me be a cop if this was what we were going to do? So when they come in closer, when your higher self comes in closer to channel, you start feeling a fluttering up here, your higher heart, your throat chakra. There's a fluttering here. And if you just breathe it in without fear, they can come in much stronger. So let's try that now. So we take a deep breath and allow our higher selves to connect with us. Not to divulge who they are, but just to sense. Just sensing spirit, your own truth for just a few moments without knowing who is your higher self. Boy, I wonder, am I an angel Am I a saint? Am I an ascended master? Some of you may find out you have been a tree. What if your higher self is a tree? How wonderful would that be? Did you have a lifetime where you were a fairy? Well, maybe. The most beautiful agenda is no agenda. Allow yourself freedom. Freedom to stretch to your own size, your own wingspan. Allow it to come in. And as they come closer and you can sense them, you can feel them, know they're there. Ask them, why am I here? Why am I having this life? I really need to know this. And sit with them for a few moments. And we will have quiet for a few moments as you do this. Do not be afraid. It is only your own self. I believe I am as beautiful as the universe. That will open any door for you. Think that now. They say if you are not happy with what you see, changes can be made. Growth can happen. They hear you say, my guides are always yelling at me. Then these are not your true guides. This could be parts of your own soul. This could be outside of you, but this is not your guides. Direct and with love, and humor sometimes. That is what your true guides will do. They will pick you up. They are not going to stomp on you. Tell you are inadequate. That is not a guide. But I came here, I wanted to hear about sacred geometry, you say. You are feeling it at this time. Your mind does not understand it. You should enjoy this process today. You are in it. Feel it. Can you put it in your own words? Wow, I wonder what type of device I'm in. What size is my light body? What does it connect to? What is the fourth dimension? All of these things, just feel them now. No need for explanation because your human mind does not understand these concepts. We can stretch your mind to new concepts, but where you live is where you live. And finding that truth where you live is the only answer. They have many books about this topic. And one of you asked, I want to know more about the Brotherhood of Light. We can answer that question. Elevating the universe in the name of Christ consciousness. It's a division. As you see angels, as you see fairies, as you see different groups. A group focused on change, divine light, support of the human race, protection of the human race. These are all parts of the Brotherhood of Light. It does not need a formal name, but it does have one that you are familiar with, and for that we will address it. Allow yourself to see the members of the Brotherhood of Light. See how you see them. In your mind, how do you feel them? How do you know them? We'll connect to them now and see. Some of these are your own guides. Many of you are attracted here because you are part of this group, as she is. We are all working to strive to the same goal. So this assignment, Brotherhood of Light, part of the whole, very focused in Christ consciousness. Your question is there a need to know your true soul's name? No, there is not, unless it is part of your mission, your assignment. If it comes to you, you are to know it. You know, I'm going to open my eyes for this one. There's somebody in here who had a question about like space travel and technology, that kind of thing. I don't know if maybe it's somebody who's on the online. Yeah, the people on here, nobody's asking about it. Did you have questions like that? I don't know. I feel one. Maybe it's somebody who's going to be on the recording. It sounds like they want to know if people are receiving information directly from like Metatron to expand technology to bring new advances here. And I feel like that comes from a different source most times, probably directly from source. And some of it does come in from other means. And I think that's what the person was concerned with who had the question. I'm going back in unless somebody has something to ask. Okay. Do you? Are you feeling the transmissions and all of that, everybody? Yes. You have to get your own truth on this. They're not of ego, so it's hard for them the way that people want the questions answered, because to them this is service. You know, it's not, I'm going to tell you my resume. They're very focused on whatever we're supposed to do tonight. But I'll tell you, I've seen him. You know, I've seen him, and he just looks like he's very tall. He's got that white light behind him. He's just love and light. I mean, doesn't appear to be extraterrestrial in my truth, but maybe in your truth there is some tie there. Does he work in that area? Yes. Almost like I'm having to answer the ego-based questions for them because they won't do it. And they say I need to read the releasing attachments prayer again. I choose to allow love to replace any unresolved energy from other lifetimes or places of existence with other people or energy that is no longer in my highest good to hold. I ask God, Creator Source, to bless my path in all directions of time and space, so I may be free of anything keeping me free, and so it is. I think we have a bunch of new people here from when I read it originally. And that recent releasing attachments prayer is if you have a past life with anybody who is on this call in this room at this time, and it's creating any problem for you, you will not receive the full transmission of light that is scheduled for tonight. So that's why they have me read it again. I guess it's very important that we allow ourselves to receive whatever this is for this group tonight. And are we sure we have no other questions? I know Mary asked about the seventh dimension, and they're going to explain a little further about dimensions in the next few minutes. I know that that's on the agenda. Okay. And there's somebody in the back. I think it's you. Would you mind getting a chair and sitting up here by me for a couple minutes? I think we have special messages for you. I think they're good. And if you want to bring your friend with, you can, if that feels better. There's a couple chairs up here if you want to just bring them up here. Then you could sit together. We don't want to frighten you. The other sessions, they had me walking back, but today they want me here for some reason. I'm going to go with, oh yeah, you got to come way up here. We'll just make sure you're not in the video. You can come closer. Okay, you're good. They want me to hold your hand. Is that allowed? Okay. Light, I guess. Do you remember where you came from, sir? Have you traveled beyond this dimension? When you sleep, do you see things that don't make sense to you? What type of things could you share? Okay, we go into the weather portion of what you are speaking. Are you part of the storms, or are you watching the storms? How do you see the storms? Please close your eyes, be at peace. Allow yourself to rise up to the level of your soul. You are holding your own self down. We need to lift up beyond this. You are very special. Your divine guidance needs to get through to you. We lift you up. Do you allow this lifting? 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 Do you allo Do you believe in unconditional love? Have you ever felt unconditional love, sir? What is that like, unconditional love? Are there any limits to this? Do you feel restricted by this? Do you feel restricted by doing everything at all costs? Do you feel a resistance inside your body right now? A pain? Okay, that numbness is your resistance. Can you allow yourself to feel it deeper than you do right now? Okay. Are there parts of your life you wish to improve? If it is no, it is no. Okay. Are you completely happy with your life as it is today? Would you like to receive the higher guidance that will help lift those areas that you have discontent with? Okay, you have to focus upon that which is keeping you back. That means that part, that numb feeling, that you hold it in your hand and you sit with it until you can see what that is. You do not have to tell this group what it is, but can you hold it and find out? I can put hold in your hand. Okay, but hold the place. They actually said hold it. It's here, isn't it? Okay, so just holding and breathing. Is anybody else feeling resistance in their body right now? Okay, so just put your hand on it if you can, or the intention that your hand is over it. And let's just allow ourselves to see what our resistance is. It's not something you have to get over today. Not next week. You take as long as you need to. We just need to identify what it is so you have a starting point. To know yourself and truly know yourself, you have to know your own weaknesses and your own strengths. This may be in both, but allow yourself to see it, feel it, know it, sense it. Some of you may be able to release this today, and some will work for years, and that is okay. And as you identify what it is that you're holding that resistance, that place to work on, if you wish to share it with the group, just say it out loud. If not, keep it to yourself. I do hear change for several of you. When I feel change, I feel this feeling in my stomach. We allow ourselves to sit in the stomach with the pain, with the resistance. We put divine light on it and allow ourselves to see the truth of what it is. Not to hide it with drugs or alcohol, but to actually define it, categorize it, find a way, a plan to move it out of our energy field eventually. Please speak up if you do have something to share with the group. We do hear you, you know. Have you identified yours? Is it kind of a private thing? Okay, so you don't have to say it. Can you go just a little bit deeper into it, and then you'll have it all? Just a little bit more. It's a little over on this side. Just a little bit, yeah. When you have a little bit more, I try not to say names on here, just in case you don't want anyone to know you're here, right? So yours is in your throat chakra. There's just a little bit of extra there. Can you identify that one as well? And each one of you has a hidden place that can't be detected by others doing energy work. Allow yourselves to see where that is also. So it's your hidden, it's like your secret place that holds you back. I'm actually going to ask them to give me more of a what to define that is. They say it's a lack of trust. So find out where in your energy field, if anywhere, you have lack of trust. And trust will stem from all dimensions and time. It will be in this lifetime. It will be in many lifetimes. You believe that all lifetimes are in a row. They are not. Allow yourself to see how they actually are. Layers upon layers. You will need a math degree to understand all of this. If you do not trust your environment, you cannot grow. It is impossible to grow without trust in your environment. The people around you, those that love you, there has to be a trust in something. And 3 years ago, many of you made significant shifts with your spiritual growth. This was normal, this was planned. Your advances are moving you to your next level. Some of you are slightly behind. It is not to worry because you will always catch up on your own. Each time you have to catch up, there is even another layer of growth because you work so hard to move past whatever it was that was holding you back. So it's almost like getting a little extra something special that you were able to move beyond your beliefs, your restrictions. For some of you, it's addictions, and you are able to move beyond those. And every time you do that, you lift others with you. It takes a lot of energy to move beyond an addiction. Addictions of all kinds. It could be addictions to thoughts, to fantasies, those even count. The more you allow yourself to trust your environment, the more you will grow. The more you will allow yourself the freedom to be who you actually are, to deliver these concepts foreign to you and others, and feeling safe to do so. If you stretch your mind to a new concept, but you are not able to speak your truth, it is lost. It is lost upon your ears. When you feel safe, you can share it with a friend, a coworker, a spouse, another loved one. And then it becomes real ripples, mind-opening ripples of change. The most beautiful thing you can do is to share your truth with others. The truth will not always be received as you have planned, but it is still beautiful to share even when you're turned down. You speak your truth, they dismiss you. It's still beautiful that you have shared that. So please do not give up. The divine plan is for you to prosper. Please ask your questions. I'm actually calling you Amanda. Sorry. You're okay if I say your name. What is your question? You can breathe and remember. You switch chairs with them, or thank you. You're good. Thank you. They want you over here. They can't see you on the screen, so good. Now you can almost see the edge of you, so I'm going to turn. Your question is, does Metatron hear your call? Yes. Sometimes you are redirected to the right energy to help you find what you need. As you need it, we adjust your energy so that you can lift up to your next higher level. Your soul is in continual growth. There is no time for you to stop and relax and smell the roses. You go forward every single day. And that is how it was intended. It is how you are asking your growth to progress at this rate. So it is what you have asked for. It is supposed to be fast-paced and hard and difficult. It's supposed to take you to the limits of your own mind. That is the purpose of your divine mission and growth. You are always heard. Sometimes you will have to find your own answer without your guides handing it to you. This is the way you develop. This is the plan. It is not always given to you in your hand. No growth happens if we just give you the answers every single time. When you have to dig for that beautiful truth of your own, you dig out memories of other truths that come with it. You unplug a whole variety of information that comes from your true source, your divine mission, and your soul. Your soul is so thankful for you and your support of this human race while you have been here in the last several lifetimes. You have given all of yourself even when you did not have a thing to give. We recognize you. Your achievements have been beyond what we have intended for you. You believe in your own self. Do you realize what a miracle that is? Do you feel that in your soul? You are a miracle. You are divine love. You are grace. You should be inspiration to others with your dedication to helping others and yourself and your family. Do you accept this as your truth? Do you believe this as well? Do you have any other questions we can assist you with? Okay, thank you. Anybody else need to be in this chair right now? Okay, come on up here. So we're just putting people in the chair now. Okay. Do you want us to hear your question? Okay, we'll hear it. I'd like you to say it out loud. The question is, why do you self-sabotage? This is your perspective on your growth. Growth is not always immediate change. Growth is not a straight line. It is the appearance of a straight line in your mind. It is not. There is no sabotage. There is growth. Do you see how the line actually is formed? Do you see that now? This is a normal growth for you. This is not a normal growth for her or another. This is a normal growth for you. Can you accept that this is part of what is normal for you? We have shown you new concepts, new ideas, using this sacred geometry. Do you have any questions as far as why one or the other is not working the way you believed it would work? Do you know that that is divinely given to you, purposely given to you for your growth, for your people that you help? Are you afraid to receive more information? We are trying to give you more information on a daily basis. You are busy? Yes? Is there time to create a portal? We have asked you to make a portal. This building, in front of this building, have you heard that? Will you allow yourself to hear this now and speak it out loud? Do you trust when information does not come through? In this case, you should be hearing this, receiving this information. You do not have to speak it to the group if you choose not to, but we need you to receive it at this time. Your mind does not hear us. This is normal when receiving this information. Your mind does not believe that it is powerful enough to change its environment to the extent we are trying to give to you. A method to change energy, to lift it, to lighten it in a way that you do not believe is possible. Or that you set the intention to open your heart and mind to receive whatever is yours to receive. This power will not harm. It will only help. It is dedicated to the improvement of your immediate surroundings. It is not selfish. It is true to who you are to receive this information. I said to try without me holding your hand. Pick up your thing. Very nice. Were you able to hear her in the back? But can you feel the energy also when she channeled that? Thank you. I don't know that everybody online could hear. I tried my best to get close to her. No, you don't have to come back. This one does. Are you ready to do the same thing? You do hear your guide saying, this is quite a process you have here. Everyone in this room sends you divine love, that you be able to do this now, whatever it is that you receive and share with the group. They are here for this energy as well. They speak the words as quickly as they come out without looking at them before they come out. And they say that new concept comes when you don't pay attention to the words and you just say them freely without worrying about judgment. A deep breath. Do others in this group also need to do that? You have message to the others in the group. Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you. You have to at least hug her. What are you feeling now after she was channeling? Mhm. Okay, do you have it right now? Okay, can you come up here? I'm not sure if everybody else is following along here, but we have had 2 other people channel, and there was a reaction to the second channeling, a tightness in the third eye and in the solar plexus. And we will not say your name. Can I hold your hand? Can you please state the reason why you came here tonight? What would you like to know about Metatron? What made you come here tonight? Did you have something to ask or no? Do you feel a connection to this entity? There's going to be another one. Don't hold it back. Just allow it out. Do you know that we cry with you? Do you feel it?
I just feel really strong right
Do you believe that you are releasing energy? Do you believe that's what this is?
now. Yes,
Okay, are you okay with releasing more?
yes,
It's part of your process. Have you had days like this in the past?
yes,
This deep soul hurt is released without you even knowing why it's there. When it happens, you are not depressed. You are releasing energy that has been accumulating in your soul for many generations. Take a large breath in, a large breath in. I'm going to go in deeper. Okay, so I can help you. Ask what does not belong to you to leave at this time. Demand that it move away from you and your life. Do not be afraid of anything you feel. That is your power. Allow yourself to be this power and push that energy away from you. This is not you. This is not your life. Allow yourself to become the powerhouse that you are. Tell it to leave. I cannot hear you.
leave,
One more time.
leave,
And do not return. Tell it, do not return.
do not return.
Do you believe you are supported by this universe?
I am down.
When you truly believe you are supported, you will no longer feel this pain. Will you allow yourself to feel the love that God, Source, Creator, whatever you call it, Will you feel how much it loves you?
Yes, I'll try.
Do it now. Those of you that are in this room that have not felt the love of your Creator, allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to know that there is something more powerful than all evil, all evil. Something more powerful than all of it. Feel it. And feel the protection that it serves for you daily. Do you see the light? Can you see it? Force yourself to see the light that exists only for you. The light you were assigned. It is your birthright. Do you see that light that is yours? Will you allow your source, your true source, your God, to lift you from this place that you are in right now?
Yes.
Will you still cling to the chaos here, or will you let us lift you?
Let me.
We lift you at this time, and anyone else that requires to be lifted out of what they cannot escape or move from. We count to 3, we escape all. 1, 2, 3. You lift up people around you in the next breath, a deep breath. Pick up those around you that need this protection as well. 1, 2, 3. The next layer that you are responsible for lifting in this lifetime and others. We will lift them out of whatever it is holding them back. The count of 3, 1, 2, 3. You will continue lifting others on your own in the background. It is what you are destined and designed to do. You are not designed to sit and be a victim. You are designed to overcome any obstacle that is presented in front of you. We are not victims here. We make ourselves victim here. It is time not to be a victim. When you feel the power of what supports you in your path, you cannot be afraid of it or them or what they will do or say to you. You are so very loved and supported. You will never understand how completely loved and supported you are, but you are. Can you breathe now? Did it clear? Dude, that was Source. That was Source coming in. I didn't expect Source today, but we needed it. Okay.
Why not?
So do we have any discussion? Yes. I think they're gonna have me answer, and then if I get stuck, I'll go up higher. But it's for different. Some of the people in this room are extraterrestrial, but they're positive. They're light workers. So that's different than this other energy we were clearing today. There's some that have a different agenda. You know, it's mostly the ones that we connect with that maybe come to this gathering or anything like that are positive light workers. You can ask your source. Hopefully he doesn't yell at you with that booming thing, but yeah. But if you feel that, like even for me right now, just feeling that energy move, I realize we have nothing to be afraid of. Did you feel that also? Like it doesn't matter what the intentions are of whoever it is, you know, evil, whatever it is. When you feel that, like, no, we're protected. Any other discussion? Yes. Yes. Okay, so the question is about the higher self, and I probably am trying to just skate over that part because I'm not comfortable saying it. I'm not comfortable saying my higher self is Metatron because it just even sounds bizarre, you know, the whole idea of it, that that could be my higher self. But they didn't tell me this so that I could walk around and tell everybody. You know, that's not the real reason, although I think they'd like me to tell more. But your higher self very well could be, I mean, I know people in this room that are archangels. Like we have already seen. And there may be, I know I have met 3 different Archangel Michaels that have come to me. Yes. So they're grounding his energy here. They're still having their own separate soul growth, but their higher self is actually an archangel. So I've seen that. I've also seen Greek mythology, different people being people's higher selves. I've met people that are phoenix, that are, you know, just different things, and I stretch my mind to it. But the light workers are probably going to have a higher self that you may even know the name. That would be common. And I have met a couple people, their higher self was Jesus. I don't think they're going to tell anybody that, but it's pretty incredible that, you know, we can have a little piece of these people around us helping us to make it better here. I find that very cool. I don't know, did that help answer? Okay, so it's the idea. I say that it's possible, then you're open to hear the answer. That you actually could be an ascended master. You could be. Erica, do you have a question? Okay, so I'm going to bring this person up here to sit with me, this one right here. I won't say their name. And she's going to get a direct message for you. Yes. So the question from someone here is about how to use their earth body because they're having a lot of changes and different things that they've been feeling in their spiritual work. They kind of want to know the best way to deal with the new energy that she's sensing and feeling. So I am holding hands with an unknown person here and going to get the message for Erica. Hard not to say your first and last name. I'm having a hard time. But you hear me, right? You hear me. Yes. She's feeling funny things. She wants to know what to do about the funny things. The words will come out quicker than you can keep them in if you allow it. That would be best. Concept is foreign to you. Allow the words to come out without editing. The group needs you to tell them like you mean it. Whatever needs to come through. Like you mean it. Really deep breath. Try without me. They do not mind waiting. They will wait all night for you. A deep breath. The words come out. We don't delete them or change them. We just allow the truth to come out in its purity. The first line is, I am the divine embodiment. Continue from there, please. Is it okay if Erica takes her time? Erica wants to know if she can take her time.
There is no time.
Thank you. That's awesome. Oh, is that yours? So when this person was just up here speaking and channeling, where did you feel the energy, or what did you sense within yourself? She needs to know that when she's actually speaking words, people can feel the truth on their own. Erica, did you actually sense something? So you felt it was real, right? Yes. Because sometimes people question if what they're getting is real. Okay, so there are a couple people that ask questions on here. Mary, you want a direct message from Metatron? And I'm directed to someone if they would like to get the message for you. I'm staring at the person. It's one of the two of you. One of you pick. So Mary Sandora would like a message, so I'm going to be over here with you. Do you need the hand or no? part of it. Or reason for it. We're going to have to do better with microphones in the future if this is what we're doing, because she wasn't able to hear you, but we were able to feel. Mary, it was a message about love and your purpose for being here, and that it is. If you can allow yourself just to breathe in the message now, although you couldn't hear it, you can feel it and sense it and know it if you just now connect and just breathe. And as you're breathing, we are going to move forward, but I need you to get your message. We had someone here, and next time I will have a better microphone so that you can hear other people. I did not expect this today, so. Somebody else wanted a message. Don. I'll just connect in real quick. And Don, they're saying that sometimes your path is leading you astray. Maybe you're going off a little bit to the right when we kind of need to stay in the center. It's kind of a regular flow. This may happen, but you should be at peace. It's kind of the way you do things. So I guess you are actually on the right path, although it feels like you're being pulled, like being pulled to the right. And they're very happy with you and the path that you have chosen. They'd like you to dig just a little bit deeper and really get into some of those things that might be holding you back. There is no time limit, but just allowing yourself to dig deeper into your soul and just let that stuff out and let it go as you feel necessary. But they say you're doing overall a very good job. And I'd like them to be able to hear you guys, but it looks like I have to do it, huh? I know. Next time we'll be ready for this. Did anybody else here have questions? Well, Erica's going to give it to you right there. She's right next to you. She's going to hold your hand and deliver it to you, since they can't hear on here anyway. So those of you that can't hear the message, why don't you feel it? We have one person giving another message in our group. And sometimes it's just like a transmission. So receive it as a transmission without words. And Joyce, I send you your transmission of your message. And also doing some solar plexus clearing in the next couple weeks. It's time for another layer of adjusting, moving, changing. If you want to, but you will need to in the next couple months for sure. Here's, oh, red dot. You can move the red dot around like this. See, now I'm acting up. I'm supposed to be doing this stuff. So okay. Hi. Okay, so nobody on here can hear you or any. Well, I mean, they could hear you slightly, but they don't know who you are. So what, do you have a question or do you want me just to get a direct message for you? Okay. When you are afraid, you make others afraid. Your energy is contagious to others, allowing yourself to just really ground when you are afraid, grounding out anything that isn't serving your highest good. You are supposed to be a grounding force for other people. They look to you for this. Your grounding, the being able to feel peaceful, feel supported, it's your job. When you are not, it spreads to others. Allow yourself to be that strong person that you are, creating order when there is no order. This is who you are. Does this make sense to you? Do you have a different question you could ask directly? Okay, we bring you divine light from this group. This entire group to activate the third solar plexus chakra is going to center themselves in peace and love, the power of their divine mission, their self-respect, their truth, their ownership for anything they have ever done or not done, and being okay with that, being at peace with that. They will all direct to you this love, so you may feel that when in your own soul, within your own soul, will feel the others in this group. They may say words out loud to you. Is that okay? She is ready for your messages. Please speak up. If you can't hear this online, just allow yourselves to feel the energy that's being directed. Allow yourself to receive it and take any energy that may help you activate the power center of your source, connection to all that is. Those of you that cannot hear, you are still receiving. I'm going to say the name if she doesn't open her eyes. Brenda. Hi. Do you have a message for this young lady? What's coming through for you? Go one level deeper. We told her to trust herself, and now Brenda goes in deeper for a new message. And Jay has a message for you as well. He'll speak it soon. Are you able to sense or feel their messages where you can tell that they're being divinely guided? Yes. You think that's all you needed today? Okay, thank you. Do we have any last minute questions? A direct message. But yours is hard, so I have to go in and get help. I don't really like how direct they're saying it, but they said that it's like you only believe in the divine when they're right in your face. You know, when they're standing there yelling at you. Is that real? Okay. Are you okay with that format of messaging? Because that's what they have for you. This mistrust of your own gift, divine guidance, is leading you astray. There is no need for this mistrust. When you feel it, you see it, you know it, you own it. When you don't see it, you don't believe it's there. Being able to see your truth even when it is not apparent to you is what faith is. To have more faith in your heart, in your soul. Divine guidance is open to anybody who wishes to listen. It is not for those who are special or only gifted people. It is open for all. Everyone is deserving of these divinely guided messages to bring you to your next level of truth. If you ignore us, we will find a way to get through. We do not give up, for we are also creating our own divine guidance and mission within you, within others. Do you understand your message? What do you say in return to that message? And she asks, how? And they say that's exactly the problem. Like just really owning it, just really believing in it. There have been several times when you've been here where you've been, it has been up in your face that what you're receiving is real. We've all witnessed it when you've been here. So now it's just about taking it to that next level where you actually own it and believe it. So I guess keep doing it. I'm speaking for them now because they're pretty direct with you, but just don't give up on it. We've all seen it's a very powerful gift that you have. And it may take years before you believe it. They'd like you to know it sooner, but you'll do it at your own pace, right? Yes. Who seems extraterrestrial? The first thing I heard is that boy is a genius. That's what they're saying. So somebody here had asked about their son and if Metatron is actually guiding. I have to remember to speak here also. They are guiding him with challenges. You know, and it's not meant to frustrate him, although it might sometimes, but it's all part of the plan, and you're absolutely correct in whatever you were thinking. They said you're right. Okay? All right. And did you have something else? Okay, in this case, somebody is asking. Okay, first let me answer Mary. So yes, you will receive a direct message, Mary, and anybody else who could not hear their message directly through dreams. It may be dreams, but it may be better than that because they're very persistent. They will get through. They won't give up. So if it was very important, they will get through. We do have somebody here who had a question about ascending and perhaps a fear connected to that. So I'm going to guide everybody through as our closing to just break through the barriers, anything that would keep you from going up as high as you actually are supposed to be today. So I'm going to let them speak in their words, and then we'll close it up for tonight. I am Metatron. I am not only an angel, I am a direct co-creator with Source. That is the term that you use. A co-creator in the universal plan. So when I decide to create something special, you create it with Source as well. Where you may believe the special ones can only create these miracles, it is part of the whole. Our divine plan was not to sit and explain about all of the miracles we provide, because you are a direct part of that. It is not an ego-driven thought. It is not coming from a place where we can tell you in great detail about how wonderful we are, because that is not how we operate here. I wish you to see your divine guidance as it actually is, not the way you believe it is, not the way that she says or he says that it is, but your own truth, your own will, your own destiny to override the blocks of others. The blocks of others have blocked you, Connie. Is this acceptable to you to be blocked by others? Will you allow your own faith to lift you above the block that you have? And as all of you create with your own will, freeness from others holding you down, we will all lift together at this time. You do not depend on those other people to lift you where you need to be. You are your own source of creating in this universe. You connect with your God, with your soul, and you do it. You are as much part of this as anybody else. So allow yourselves to lift up as high as you possibly can. We are all at that place where you should be lifted. This is proper. You have received all transmissions and clearings that came along with this session. We love all of you. You are so very special in our hearts. And when you do feel sad, we do feel sad with you. If you take a moment the next time you're sad, listen and see if we are sad with you. You may believe that's only you, but we're right there next to you, and we are sad with you. We grow with you, and we will always love you. Thank you so much for everything that you provide for others. You are true miracles of faith, each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here today. And I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you, everybody.